The Citadel. It's the area that's probably well known in Silksong for being where everything happens. It's that elusive late game area that takes a while to get to, and once you're there, you can get done with the game pretty quick. It's the end game, really. At least, that's what I thought it was when I first played through Silksong. But the more I ascended through this massive tower, I realized something interesting. Every single nook and cranny of Farloom that I have explored so far outside of the Citadel is more like a tutorial. The Citadel isn't just one climactic fight or area. It's an entirely new game. So let me take you through it, because to be honest, I think this is where my Silksong playthrough truly started. Oh shit, the elevator.
Wait, it goes down. Okay, what the this elevator is shit. Bro. This elevator is ass. Oh, I broke it. No.
Expecting a grand citadel-like structure must have been a mistake, because I was instead greeted with poorly lit tunnels filled with underpaid workers. This is not a fun area to traverse around because it's filled with these double damage spikes that I'm pretty sure they nerfed, but this was a lot closer to release, so don't get that luxury. And yeah, no, that's about it, honestly. There's this place where you can confess your sins, and I get told to go back to work, so that's fun, and when I do that, I find an enemy room that slimes me a couple of times, but I cleared it pretty quick. The Underworks is a weird introduction to the Citadel because, you know, the Citadel is a really cool area and they start you off in the worst part of it. Luckily though, it's not actually a very long segment of the game, and I eventually headed into the Coral Chambers are the main connecting point of everything in the Citadel. All sub-areas here are connected to Coral Chambers in some way, and they're the place that you're gonna get around through this giant castle. By the way, I just want to take a second to point out this theme. Dude, it's not an unpopular opinion, yes, but dude, it's so fucking good. Honestly, this whole soundtrack, like, if you haven't listened to it, oh my, it's so good, bro. I can't even put it into words. Back to me though, I was terrified of dying because I did not want to get sent back to the Underworks, and I think I nearly shot myself when I ran into Lace here because I thought there was going to be a boss that I'm not prepared for, and I don't think I had found a bench yet. Luckily though, she just was here to yap and moved away pretty quickly. We've updated. Oh hell no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This dialogue did trigger the spawning of enemies that are actually dangerous, so I was gonna have to be a little more careful going forward. I ran into this white lock with an elevator behind it. I don't really trust elevators, but it didn't matter because I didn't have a key, so I couldn't actually use it still. I explored all kinds of random rooms and coral chambers, and I found a bunch of different unique things. I got up to the top here where these big guys are, and I was a little threatened, but I found a bench nearby, which was great, and I went on to the right to see what was over there. This is one of the most well-liked boss fights in the game, and it's for good reason. The bosses are in time with the music and have a very solid rhythm that makes them really fun. I say bosses, but I'm pretty sure they share a health bar. They share phase skips. I don't really know how this box works, to be honest. And it feels really good to be able to just dodge all their attacks in rhythm, and, you know, you just get into a flow state with it. While I wasn't able to clear it on my first try, I did get through pretty quickly, and then found out that, no, I didn't get through pretty quickly because there's a second phase. This one is just a bit faster, there's nothing too complicated about it, and they attack with the same patterns. While I still struggled with it, I then killed the boss pretty quickly. Well, yeah, there had to be a third, right? So this one is the fun part, because... Can you hear that? There's like an ice cream truck on my street right now, and it's loud as shit. Anyway, so on the... If this is in the background, I'm sorry. So on the third phase of this fight... On the third phase of this fight, the music picks up, and now the two guys are attacking out of sync, which means that you have to keep track of your positioning, their positioning, where they're gonna go, and... Yeah, it's a lot of fun, though, because you get into that same rhythm, but faster. It's kind of like Mantis Lords in a way. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you to it. Did I do it? Or are they gonna get even faster again? Or is it just the one? Because this guy's still over here. Bro. Defeating this boss brings down an elevator, as well as these three figures that tell me to gather the three melodies to make the elevator work. While I still don't trust elevators, it seems like I'm gonna have to do it to progress in the game. I once again begin to explore the area, and I ring this big bell. These are familiar, huh? I find the caretaker, who's gonna take care of the pilgrims who come up to this bell, because it's now a sanctuary. After all of this exploring, I finally find my way to the bellway, and buy a map of coral chambers, as well as being able to make my way out. And I needed a break from all of this citadeling, so I left for a while. Just like last time, the game drops me in the Underworks when I'm not trying to be there. I actually wanted to explore White Ward, which I did pretty quickly and found literally nothing. What I did find though is a drop, and the drop put me in the goddamn Underworks again. I was confused, scared, and I didn't know where to go, but I did to my bench here, which I was gonna need because there's a pretty difficult platforming section that you have to go through here. It's got a lot of these explodey guys. Oh my! And you have to jump through lava cycles, and it's overall pretty annoying. I didn't like it very much, but I did make it through. Okay, so this room has the loops in them. Oh, okay, here we go. Daughter of a distant land, bind our strength to yours. The claw line is another horizontal dash that I unlock here, and you can stick it into these loops and allow yourself to reset all of your movement abilities and get like a little jump out of them. It also does bonus damage in fights, but I didn't really use it that much yet. It's very useful though, and it's a good thing for me to pick up early. Those of you who have been paying attention or have just played this game before will know that there's a claw line loop right here where the bench is towards the top left of Coral Chambers. And that was the only loop I remembered, and since that was the central mechanic of the claw line, I figured it would probably be a good thing for me to check out. I am pretty lucky that there's a bench outside of this area because I struggled with the high halls parkour gauntlet a lot. I don't know why. It's not actually the most difficult, but for some reason this one just had me messing up a lot. It didn't actually take that long to get through it though. The main issue I had was figuring out that you had to go below this platform to go forwards. I thought you would have had to go up, but then, you know, at the top was just the chest I just showed earlier. So I was kind of lost. After making my way down, I found this room on the side that led to the cogfly tool and then exited out of this area through the bottom. There was a bench here, a big open area, and when I went to the left, I found something scary. The High Halls Arena is genuinely like the hardest fight in the Citadel, and I'm not even joking about it. Like, I actually believe in that. The reason for this is that it's like 15 waves of enemies, and at the end of it you have to fight 2 mini bosses. If you remember in the last video, I struggled a lot with a room that I dubbed Bird Room. It was a wave-based room in Greymore that pissed me off. This is like 100 times as hard. We're in the big leagues now. This is why I say the game started here. The Bird Room was teaching me that arenas are fucking terrible. This enemy room has little to no run back, and despite that, it takes forever to beat, because the waves themselves takes like, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. And if you die at any point, remember, you go back to the start. It's been like 45 minutes worth of attempts so far, and I haven't even gone like halfway through. I have a recording on my computer that is literally an hour and a half worth of just this room and me dying to it. I actively started playing the game less because I wasn't having fun with this room. I don't like it. I think it's funny as hell because if you look at the file or if you look at the one where I actually beat it, I was on a call with my friends. That's this audio track at the bottom, and there was one attempt where I just went completely silent for, how long is this? For 5 minutes, right? And that was the one where I beat it.
I beat Widow, guys.
Nice.
Never mind! Never mind!
Okay,
Wait,
well, that was
why did this bitch explode? No!
Oh, hell no.
I died, gang.
Bro, that's actually wild.
So that shit was only first phase?
Whoa.
Oh my god, finally, bro.
Oh, nice. Good job, Tyler.
Jesus, man. What am I even here for? I forgot. Okay, that's 1 down. Okay, you know what? That only took me like 3 hours. It's not too bad, you know? I'm just gonna grab one more mask shard really quickly because I think I have enough. I think there's one in like Deep Docks that's easy to get, right? Oh, wait, yeah, do you guys know how to get this mask shard? I have 6 masks! Yes! Alright, now what do I want to do? I just slurred like 9 words into one sentence. I couldn't figure out where to go, but I finally decided to go back to the Cogwork Dancer's room because I remembered that some loading zones had opened up when I beat them. Cogwork cool.
For some reason, Cogwork Core really pissed me off. Well, I know what the reason is. It's because the spikes deal double damage. Stage hazards dealing a third of my health is not fun, and I'm glad that they changed them to do 1. I think it's one of the more warranted things for them to change to 1 damage is like the floor. And as you get more tilted in video games, you play worse, and it is an endless cycle that feeds in itself on some Ouroboros shit where you just continually play worse and worse and get more and more angry. So that was my Cogwork Core experience.
Wait, where's the
Bro.
double jump wizard?
What? This place is ass, bro. You fucking kidding me, bro? This area is so terrible. Yeah, this area is ass, bro. This is the most annoying place I've ever been to, bro. Bro, like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm actually so annoyed, bro. This area is so oh my god. I just got wombo comboed for all 6 of my health. Dude, like, what is this? Dude, like, you're just, like, how is that even a sequence of events that is real? Wait, where do I go? The fuck? Bro! This guy fucking suicide bombered off the side of the thing just to knock me into the saws, bro. That's actually just, like, hating-ass activity. I went out to the side loading zone and took a quick pit stop in Whispering Vaults where I found this dude and talked to him. He didn't really do anything for me. And then I went back up to the big room in Cogwork Core. And surprisingly, this one felt way easier than the other one. I think I just cheesed it because like literally everything in this room is pogoable. But still, I don't know what was so bad about the first one, genuinely. After completing the puzzle at the top, I got access to the next melody. So when I was looking for the last melody, I spent a lot of time running around in Whispering Vaults. What I didn't realize is that all I had to do was talk to this guy a second time, because I'd already picked up the item. I brushed over what I did last time I was here in the Cogwork Core section, but essentially what happened is I entered the area, I did the arena, I talked to this dude, and I died to this boss once. Speaking of the boss, I actually went back to fight him. If you're curious about his name, by the way, he says it for me, don't worry. So here's my experience with fighting. Trobio is one of the most likable bosses in this game, I feel. He's got cool effects, he's got a cool character design, he has a cool personality, and he sounds funny. Despite his seemingly passive character, he still is a very difficult fight, and will not hesitate to fucking destroy you. Especially this tornado. This tornado pissed me off. I kept running into the tornado.
Earlier on, when I showed you that I talked to the Vaultkeeper, you might remember that I had the how the fuck do you I had the cylinder given to him already. Some of the more attentive of you might know that that's the one you need to play for Vaultkeeper's melody, so like I could just get it. I don't know how I didn't realize that. But yeah, I just thought this dude was unimportant and left. But after I killed Trobio, I realized that the melody icon is literally on top of him. And is also in the shape of his head, so I figured I'd go back and talk to him. And speaking of the Psalm cylinder, I've realized now, after I'm looking at the footage, that I'm a dumbass and it was the Saker cylinder that was the good one. But I think it's funny if I leave all of that in and make you guys think I'm tweaking, so now I was tweaking.
Nesvir?
So if you remember in the last video, after I got all of the prerequisites to go to the next section, in that case, fight Last Judge and enter Citadel, I procrastinated for a while. And I did the same thing here. I went to buy some stuff from the 12th Architect. I granted a couple of wishes, including some of the ones in Songclave and News. Monster Hunter wish. I built like a scarecrow, literally because it scares crows. That's pretty funny. And then I killed Savage Beastfly again in the 4th chorus fight. And that's it. Savage Beastfly took me an hour, and I was too lazy to do anything else. It's pretty funny though, because the thing gatekeeping the endings of both of these videos is making you guys watch Savage Beastfly, which... how does that happen twice? It's fine. That won't happen in Act 3. Savage Beastfly better not come back. There's a part of me that was like, hey, dumbass, come on, let's beat the game. On a completely unrelated note, remember how I don't trust elevators? I guess sometimes you have to face your fears. Silksong is probably one of the biggest games out there. There's so many hidden details that I'd never heard of by the time I finish my playthrough, and I probably won't find even in a 100% run. At this point, I've got probably like near 20 hours on the game, and I'm going for the first ending, which I say in quotations because this game doesn't truly end. So while it might look like right now I'm climbing up to the top to put a stop to Grandmother Silk or whatever's going on, this is not the end of my journey. Just like I said in the intro of this video, this isn't where my playthrough ends. Right here, right now, is where it finally starts.
Wait, I killed him already? Or is it the second phase? Surely it's the second phase. No way, that's it.
It's the second phase.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you jump on.
Dude, he died so fast. There we go.
I hope you guys enjoyed this Act 2 video, because that is ending right here. And you might think this is where the game ends too. The credits are gonna roll, but I think I've made my point pretty clear now. That this game has no end. Hollow Knight Silksong is truly just beginning, right now. Title card.